I forgive the version of me who didn't know better. I release every mistake I used to carry. I close the chapter on old shame. I let go of who I used to be. I am not defined by old choices. I choose peace over old guilt. I hold my past self with compassion. I forgive myself and keep moving forward. I release shame that isn't mine to keep. I thank my past self for getting me here. I am gentle with who I once was. I let old regrets dissolve completely. I forgive the choices that once felt right. I am free from the weight of yesterday. I no longer punish myself for growing. I trade self-blame for self-love. I honor my past mistakes as lessons. I release guilt that no longer serves me. I forgive myself for trusting the wrong things. I am becoming someone my past self admires. I forgive myself for every past mistake. My past mistakes no longer define me. I release shame that isn't mine to carry. I am not my worst moment. I let go of old guilt with ease. I honor my past self's efforts. I am growing beyond who I used to be. I choose peace over old shame. I release the weight of yesterday's mistakes. I am worthy despite my past choices. Shame has no power over me now. I turn old mistakes into quiet wisdom. I am free from the stories I told myself. My growth outweighs my past mistakes. I release regret and welcome peace. I am allowed to evolve past my mistakes. I meet my past mistakes without judgment. I begin each day free of old shame. I am lighter with every ounce of shame I release. I release guilt for outgrowing people who hurt me. I forgive myself for the boundaries I set. I am no longer responsible for how others feel. I let go of guilt for walking away. I release the need to fix broken relationships. I am allowed to protect my peace. I forgive myself for choosing me first. I release guilt for disappointing people I love. I let go of guilt for saying no. I am free from old relationship wounds. I forgive the version of me who stayed too long. I release guilt for needing distance. I am not obligated to explain my healing. I release shame for love that ended. I forgive myself for past relationship mistakes. I am worthy of love without guilt. I release guilt for cutting off what hurt me. I forgive myself for the pain I caused. I let go of guilt tied to family expectations. I am free from the need to be forgiven. I treat myself with the same kindness I give others. I release the need to judge my past self. I choose gentle words over harsh self-criticism. I am allowed to make mistakes and still grow. I meet my flaws with softness, not shame. I forgive myself faster than I used to. I speak to myself like someone I love. I am worthy of my own compassion. I let go of who I had to be. I give myself grace instead of guilt. I am kind to who I used to be. I choose understanding over self-blame. I hold my imperfections with warmth. I am gentle with myself as I heal. I trade self-criticism for self-care. I honor my growth instead of my mistakes. I am learning, and that is enough. I embrace myself, flaws and all. I release judgment and welcome compassion. I am my own safe place. I release the need to punish myself. I no longer make myself pay for the past. I choose peace over penance. I let go of my inner punisher. I deserve ease, not endless penance. I stop keeping score against myself. I am done sentencing myself for old mistakes. I allow myself to feel good without guilt. I am free from my own harsh verdicts. I release the urge to self-sabotage. I no longer owe the past my suffering. I let myself off the hook. My mistakes do not require a life sentence. I choose growth over self-punishment. I am allowed to move on without penalty. I stop punishing myself for being human. I release every self-imposed sentence. I give myself the mercy I deserve. I close the case I built against myself. I stop paying interest on old mistakes. I forgive myself for the years I waited. I release every chance I let pass. I trust my timing is always right. I let go of what I didn't do. I am not behind, I am on time. I forgive the version of me who froze. My wasted time becomes wisdom I carry. I stop grieving doors I didn't open. I release the guilt of moving slow. My past pace is preparing me now. I trade regret for readiness today. I forgive myself for staying small so long. New chances form where old ones close. I let missed opportunities rest in the past. I am done punishing myself for delay. I release comparison to everyone else's timeline. My story is not ruined by lost time. I forgive the hesitation that once held me. I stop replaying what I could have done. I am free from the weight of almost. I release all shame about my body. My body is not a project to fix. I speak to my body with kindness now. I am safe in my own skin. I let go of harsh words about my body. My worth was never about my reflection. I thank my body instead of judging it. I am done comparing my body to others. I forgive myself for years of self-criticism. My body carries me, and I honor that. I choose peace over my reflection. I wear what I love without apology. I am allowed to feel good in my body. My body was never the problem. I am softening toward myself every day. I let my body simply be my body. I stopped punishing myself for how I look. I am whole exactly as I am. My confidence comes from within, not my size. I release every old story about my body. I mute the voice that doubts me. I am kinder to myself than my thoughts are. I release the need to criticize myself. My inner voice speaks to me with softness now. I forgive myself before the critic even speaks. I am not my harshest thought. I choose compassion over self-judgment. I quiet the noise and trust myself. I am done arguing with my own mind. My self-talk is gentle and steady. I let go of the inner critic's grip. I am allowed to be imperfect and calm. I turn down the volume on self-doubt. I trade self-criticism for self-trust. I am safe from my own judgment. I no longer believe every harsh thought. My mind is becoming a peaceful place. I release old scripts that never served me. I am gentle with the person I am becoming. I release every failure I once carried. I forgive myself for every setback. I am not the sum of my failures. I forgive the version of me who struggled. I release the weight of old mistakes. I am growing beyond every setback. I move forward freely from my past. My failures taught me they don't own me. I let my past stay in the past. I am proud of how far I've come. I release shame tied to old choices. I understand now what I didn't know then. I am becoming who I'm meant to be. I no longer punish myself for the past. I trade regret for growth every day. I honor my journey, mistakes, and all. I am worthy despite my past setbacks. I choose peace over old disappointments. I release the guilt of saying no. My boundaries are an act of self-respect. I forgive myself for protecting my own peace. I owe no one an apology for saying no. I let go of guilt for disappointing people. I am allowed to protect my energy. I stop over-explaining my no. I am not responsible for how others feel. I forgive the version of me who overgave. My peace matters more than their comfort. I trust my limits without guilt. I am done apologizing for having boundaries. I choose myself without any guilt. No is a full sentence and I own it. I forgive myself for the yes I regret. I am safe even when I disappoint someone. I release the fear of letting people down. My time is mine to protect. I walk away without carrying guilt. I honor my capacity without shame. I forgive myself for every past money mistake. I release the guilt of my old financial choices. I release the shame around my money mistakes. My past does not define my financial worth. I forgive my younger self for not knowing better. Every money mistake makes me wiser now. I trust myself to make better choices today. My relationship with money keeps healing and growing. I am worthy of financial peace right now. I am allowed to feel abundant despite my past. I release the weight of old financial regret. I choose peace over guilt about money. I release comparison to how others handle money. I am free from old money shame. My financial past has no power over my present. I release old money stories that no longer serve me. I am becoming someone who feels at ease with money. I trust my growth beyond old money mistakes. I am proud of how I manage money now. I release judgment about my past choices. I forgive myself for hurting people without meaning to. I release guilt over mistakes I never intended. I am not the harm I accidentally caused. I let go of shame for unintentional mistakes. My intentions were good even when my impact wasn't. I forgive who I was before I knew better. I accept that good people still make mistakes. I am allowed to forgive myself for accidents. I choose peace over guilt for what I never meant. I am growing beyond harm I never intended. I am not defined by my unintentional mistakes. I trust my heart even when my actions fell short. My heart was never trying to hurt anyone. I forgive myself and keep growing. I release shame that no longer serves me. I am worthy of forgiveness even when I fail. I let go of blame for outcomes I never planned. I choose self-compassion over self-punishment. I am softening toward the mistakes I made. I release shame that was never mine. I forgive the child who did their best. I am not the story I was taught. I let go of rules that never served me. I choose myself over old expectations. I am rewriting patterns passed down to me. My past does not decide my worth. I release guilt I never actually earned. I am allowed to take up space. I trade inherited shame for self-trust. I am no longer performing for approval. I give myself what I once needed. I am safe to feel what I silenced. I am unlearning what was never true. I am worthy without having to earn it. I break cycles that started before me. I am done shrinking to feel safe. I release old scripts from my childhood. I am proud of who I am becoming. I choose peace over old programming. I release the habit of comparing myself to others. My path unfolds in its own perfect timing. I am exactly where I need to be. I forgive myself for measuring my worth against others. Other people's success does not diminish mine. I stop scrolling for reasons to feel behind. I am proud of my own pace. I release the shame of feeling behind. My journey needs no comparison to be valid. I let go of keeping score with others. I choose my own lane and feel free. I am enough without comparing myself to anyone. I trade comparison for genuine curiosity about others. Someone else's glow does not dim mine. I release the guilt of not keeping up. I celebrate others without losing sight of myself. My timeline is mine and it is enough. I am free from the comparison trap. I stop borrowing someone else's story as my own. I release every comparison that weighs me down. I am allowed to be imperfect and whole. My mistakes do not define my worth. I am human and that is enough. I forgive myself for simply being human. My flaws are proof that I am growing. I let go of impossible standards. I am worthy even when I mess up. I embrace my imperfections as part of me. I no longer punish myself for being human. I accept myself, mistakes included. I am allowed to fall short sometimes. My imperfections make me real, not broken. I choose progress over perfection. I am gentle with myself today. I choose kindness over self-criticism. I honor my humanity, flaws and all. I release the weight of old guilt. I am learning, not failing. I let my imperfections exist without guilt. I am becoming whole, not flawless. I am worthy simply because I exist. My past does not define my value. I release shame and reclaim my worth. I am enough exactly as I am. I choose myself without apology now. My worth was never up for debate. I am becoming the woman I admire. I no longer shrink to feel safe. I stand tall in my own truth. I am deserving of every good thing. My value lives in me, not my mistakes. I trade guilt for self-respect daily. I am whole without needing to prove it. I forgive myself and step into my power. My worth grows louder than my doubt. I set boundaries because I respect myself. I am proud of the person I'm becoming. I claim my confidence like it's mine. I release the old story I was told. I love myself without needing conditions. I am kind to myself today. I am not the voice of my old shame. I am allowed to be a work in progress. I am not defined by my worst moment. I am becoming the person I imagine. I choose words that build me up. My inner voice is calm and steady. I release the harsh critic living in my head. I am my own biggest supporter. I talk to myself like someone I love. I am gentle with my own heart. I am more than the mistakes I made. I trust myself a little more every day. I am rewriting the story I tell about myself. I give myself the grace I give others. I am learning to forgive who I was. I am safe inside my own mind. I am allowed to start fresh today. I am at peace with who I am becoming. I walk into rooms like I belong there. My shoulders stay soft, not braced for judgment. I carry my past lightly now. My present speaks before I say a word. I hold my head high without apology. I move through the world unclenched. My energy is calm because I forgave myself. I take up space without shrinking. I stand tall in who I've become. My posture reflects the peace I chose. I walk slower and softer now. People feel my ease before my words. I no longer brace for blame that isn't mine. My presence is steady, not performed. I carry myself like someone worth trusting. I release tension I used to call guilt. My stride is open, my chin is up. I glow because I stopped punishing myself. I sit in rooms without shrinking my light. My body relaxes into who I really am. I walk with the ease of someone forgiven. My presence feels lighter every single day. I release the shame I carried around money. I am worthy of wealth without any guilt. My old money mistakes no longer define me. I am the woman who receives money easily. I forgive myself and abundance flows freely now. I am becoming a wealthy, successful woman. I release old shame about never having enough. Money flows to me without any guilt attached. I am worthy of the success I once doubted. I am the abundant woman I always imagined. I let go of shame around asking for more. I am allowed to be wealthy and at peace. I release guilt for outgrowing my old money story. I forgive myself for fearing my own success. I am becoming wealthy without apology. I trust myself completely with money now. I am worthy of every dollar I receive. I release the belief that wealth makes me bad. I forgive myself into the wealth I deserve. I no longer carry shame for wanting abundance. I release the guilt I carried into past relationships. I forgive myself for loving before I knew better. I release the I am worthy of love without earning it through guilt. I let go of shame from relationships that ended. My past choices in love no longer define me. I am magnetic to love because I forgive myself. I release old heartbreak and make room for connection. I am not the mistakes I made in relationships. I forgive myself for settling when I deserved more. I release the shame I carried around money. I am the woman who receives money easily. I forgive myself for fearing my own success. I am becoming a wealthy, successful woman. I release old shame around asking for more. I forgive myself for settling when I deserved more. I attract love that matches how I see myself. I no longer carry shame for loving imperfectly. I am becoming someone who trusts love again. I forgive myself for the boundaries I didn't set. My heart is open because my guilt is gone. I release the need to punish myself for old love. I am worthy of a love that feels easy. I forgive myself for chasing people who couldn't stay. I attract partners who match my healed energy. I let go of who I was in love. I am free from